Hello, hello, hello.
Aloha.
There we go. Got my man mug. Oh man, got myself a man mug. Ooh, and it makes things a whole lot better. All right, so what's on the menu today? Oh yeah, Gunbreaker. Still need to do my expert, so I'll just do quick. So, what is happening in life today?
Break the gun.
What's happening in life today? Let's scour the news. Let's see what we got here. Days ago. Final Fantasy creator says returning to Square Enix after 20. Countryside, old home that your parents always had. Wait a minute. Did Sakaguchi, is he working on a Final Fantasy game now? Well, hold on. I mean, I know he plays 14, but we need to look at.
My friend sent me a list of woke games and it's just so bad.
Since you woke games,
to the memories of better days, I bid farewell.
well,
Have you
other than
heard?
ooh,
Princess
look at that
Phoenix
axe. I want
here.
to see that axe. I want to see that axe.
Foreign entities detected. Proceeding with removal.
Oh. Oh my god, why am I moving so fast? Holy crap, do we have a scholar? Oh no, I think I sprinted by accident.
It's a Kura tier list and it deadass doesn't recommend Terraria because of subtle LGBTQ messaging.
It's a curated list. Deadass doesn't recommend Terraria because it's subtle LGB
Your smile
messaging.
means
Oh, that's
all
kind of
is
stupid.
right with the world.
If I smile, it is because you all smile for me.
Oh man, I lost all of that, dude. Alright, well, that teaches me not to rush with Reaper. Gotta be very steady with a steady hand. Also, I didn't put any of the hit.
They say FF9 is woke because of Quina, which just it's something.
What? Wait, okay, is this just a list of, like, games that just so happens to have, like, people who are, like, trans or, LGB? That? What does this matter? Frankly speaking, I shouldn't even care about all that.
Yeah,
Is
the
that-
list is actually just brainrot LOL.
Right. Like, frankly speaking, as long as the game is fun, which is like, I was planning to play Astrobot this Friday,
It's just so funny. No More Heroes 3 is woke because it had graffiti of a rainbow, just a rainbow.
Are they just stupid? I'm gonna save my resources for when we get to the boss. That's kind of, it sounds like a list that I shouldn't even pay attention to. Or anybody else should pay attention to. Like, I understand that people are upset with games nowadays coming out being just like trash garbage. But some of them are just trash garbage and has nothing to do with some sort of woke agenda or anything like that. It's just garbage. Like, Concord didn't die because of DEI. I've got that right. It's not dying because of that. It didn't die because of that. It's because it was just a very bad game. 8 years late.
Initiating level 3 security protocol.
My biggest idea for right now is probably playing Astrobot this Friday. Yeah, that's honestly what I'm gonna do. I understand that there's like a bunch of people upset with games nowadays.
Well, interesting time to tune in. All I hear is someone talking about a rainbow, LOL.
I guess you're right about that. It is talking about a rainbow. In a
Can't
manner.
wait to finally play 16 in a few months on PC.
I moved too slow. I was doing a spell. Yeah, I got a Vaughn on me, guys. Yeah, but you're gonna be playing Final Fantasy 16. I already played the game. I have a PS5, so in fact, it's coming out on PC this late. Exclusivity is a thing, you know. I'm glad to see it's on PC though. I really am. It was fun, but a lot of 14 fans are put off by the fact that it's basically like one player.
Well, I don't have a PS5.
I'm sorry for your well, not really.
You are my people.
What
and
tank do
I
you
will
vibe with the
protect
most?
you.
Or at least last expat?
Last expansion or vibe? So I vibe with Dark Knight.
The painful memories of war.
Dark Knight
I
for
may
me.
I'd be
rest.
interested in 16 if I died. Didn't he already watch a bajillion PPL playing it, LOL?
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I've played Dark Knight since the very beginning, but I know very well it's not the best tank. I vibe with all the tanks, honestly. I just vibe with Dark Knight the most. That's fair. But right now, it's like incredibly hollow. So I have some misgivings with Dark Knight right now. And I'm hoping they'll kind of address that in the future. What in the heck? I have never seen that attack before. I'm getting them all with that.
DLSSE just reworked Dark Knight.
That's what I'm asking for. Dark Knight doesn't feel great. But again, I've been playing Dark Knight since the very beginning, since Heaven's Word, so... Honestly, Dark Knight was like my most... I want to say... Ooh, didn't mean to do that. Think it? Yeah. it's my most requested job because I've played a lot of Dark Knight in Final Fantasy XI.
Dark Knight needs a major rework like Summoner Emo.
DRK was my main tank in HW and
said...
SV, but after the changes in SHV I just drifted away from it.
I hope that answered your question, Pasta. Also, you think Summoner needs a rework? I think Summoner needs additions. I don't know about rework, because they're going in the right direction with Summoner. It's just that you should be able to just summon and use your summons like summons. They're like going
SMN
in the right
already
direction.
Got its rework, they just need to give it anything to make it less brain dead XD.
My bad, that was a little loud. They just need to give it like the ability to fight with their summons alongside their summons, because they're using summon spells. That's
Summoner
about it.
doesn't need a rework. I'm just RN saying Dark Knight needs a rework like Summoner did in Endwalker.
Ah,
Security breach confirmed. Initiating level 5.
I agree. Actually, I just agree with that.
Oh yeah, that I agree with 100%.
Yeah. They're probably gonna do something with Dark Knight. I'm willing to bet.
Completely misread that statement, LOL.
Yeah, no, I misread it too. But guess what? I have a feeling that they might address it. I can only guess.
Yeah, it did. I know that level 90 Gunbreaker was a pain, but it's really fun at level 100 with the 1-2 No Mercy opener. Though I still say SMN needs to be given something so it's not a snooze fest to play, LOL.
True. There are some people. I actually agree with you, because all Summoner is now is a spellcaster, is it not? Like, the most fun job so far is probably like the ones that are the most bombastic. So like, so I'm playing one of them right now. I love Reaper. Reaper is absolutely my second favorite job in the entire game. But like, the only reason why
calling it a
it's
caster
so
nowadays
fun,
is
man,
kinda
it's
hard
like,
to do cause it feels more like a physical range overall XD.
talking about the hold on, pay attention, it's real quick. About to do some real silly stuff here. Got some silliness going on. Oh, it's on the other side. Oh no. Oh crap. That paralyzed. And I got a suit. Oh my god, we got a healer. Healer's great. I got vulned in the last one too, in the last boss fight too. I feel a little silly right now.
Fear not. You will all live on.
Level 90 Gunbreaker was a pain, but it's really fun. I love
My no.
SMN mainly
That's
has to
true.
cast stuff
I
when they are
will-
doing their Ifrit rotation. The rest is always instant cast, which is why
We're gonna
PPL are
definitely go
jokingly
doing,
calling it a fourth physical range.
Definitely gonna be doing Gunbreaker today. We're gonna be doing some. Wait, where is Gunbreaker at this point? I think Gunbreaker's at level 95. I don't remember. I was very busy this weekend, so I kind of forgot. Oh man, this. You know, I feel bad because Reaper is now like not even at the top when it comes to damage, but it's still very damaging.
BTW, I guess maps will be another time since you didn't stream yesterday.
Right. So I meant to put out like an announcement on that, but I had a bit of an emergency, so I wasn't able to do anything. I should have just asked Yui to put something up there, but I got extremely busy, so I couldn't do it. Run! 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 I realized that
All good, I figured something came up, tongue sticking out.
stuff happens. Half of it is like personal stuff. The other half was like I had to get some schoolwork done. But I did play some 14.
Just figured I'd ask overall since I didn't see an announcement about it.
No, that's fair. I did play some 14 though, just to try to get some tomestones. The problem with my run was I was in the boardwalk, Haunted Carnival, and I was with literally, I think, all noobs. Like, they were struggling, let's just say. Especially the newest person was the tank. So we died to like every boss at least like once. We died to the first boss
every time I get that
like
dungeon,
3
you also
times.
get it the same day. LOL.
Activate components. Engage.
Just a RLY funny coincidence.
Yeah.
Attempting removal via incision. Attempting removal via incision. Removal fails. Commencing extermination sequence. Attempting extermination via multiple armaments.
Ooh.
Glad I finally got a break from Stray Burrow today, cause I was kinda getting tired of seeing it after having it 4 days in a row. X.X.
That's nice. That's nice. I wasn't paying attention. I was sitting there on the edge.
Acquiring target.
I should be fine though. Yeah, so you didn't do Stray Burrow this time? That's good for you. Huh.
I got the cactus dungeon. LOL.
Like, this dungeon. Nice. So it's a good old fun time in that place, isn't it?
Commencing final attack sequence.
I kind of got used to. Oh shoot.
Attempting annihilation via high-powered energy discharge.
Finally went to see the Swole Tender again after a week of not seeing it. XD.
The Swole Tender. I don't know why they made that character. Probably the best thing to come out of that dungeon.
Accumulation complete. Initiating final attack protocol.
I don't know either, but it's just hilarious, so I'm all for it.
There it is. There it is. Yeah, I like that dungeon. Ah, gosh dang it! I can't believe I did that. Oh man, I feel like an idiot. Wait for my sandwich, dog. Yes, because I should have paid attention to that. I am.
Attempting total annihilation. Annihilation. Annihilation.
Oh, great. I feel like I'm having a very
I see
unlucky
I'm not
day.
the only one that forget about partition. LOL.
Having a very unlucky day with that. And on that side. Wait, do I do damage when I transform or no? It's not like Viper. No. I don't know why I was thinking that. I don't know why I thought that. I was thinking like,
Reaper
oh yeah.
docent do DMG no.
Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking that. All right, let's go to Gunbreaker. I don't know what level I forgot. I forgot what Gunbreaker's at right now. I think as far as the tanks goes, Gunbreaker still feels a little bit off. But I think you said at level 100 the No Mercy combo should fit, I guess. I don't know. Let me check. 92. Okay, so I'm only at level 92. I should have tank privilege all freaking day. Hopefully. If I do alliance raid,
it should feel better at 100 overall, though for me it just doesn't lol. But I guess that just means GNB isn't for me.
Let's see. Am I just gonna be doing alliance dungeon over and over and over and over and over? Are we hitting a Goliath again? Probably. I don't know how Gunbreaker, but hopefully it feels a lot better, because they just don't, I don't know. Feels better with the Bloodfest changes.
It'll feel better with the Bloodfest changes, but I know the 1-2 No Mercy opener helped a lot with some issues I had.
Okay. I think the only issue that everybody really had was probably the No Mercy window. That's just a guess. There was like, I don't know. I think there was a problem in there, but I guess let me see. It's
in my case I have no issue with the No Mercy window with Bloodfest, it's the windows after it that just don't line up for me.
8 seconds on No Mercy window. I think the problem is because you start No Mercy, you can't get all, because you know you want your continuation, lasting zone, you want bow shock. Definitely want that all in there. Sonic break, not too sure. I think so. Matt, Sonic break is now part of No
I'm
Mercy.
always
like
either
that.
1 GCD short or late, so my bullets don't line up after the Bloodfest opener. It's for sure more comfy during the No Mercy window, not having to spam the gap closer during it, and having 5 yalms on continuation hits make tanking not as annoying.
It does help that you don't have to do a gap closer. Yeah. Because since gap closer doesn't do damage anymore, not obligated to put it into your No Mercy window. So I mean, I guess it feels better. Yeah. Sonic break is already in there. Oh my gosh, I just realized I have Sonic break as a separate no, you can do that. I was gonna say because it's part of No Mercy and it turns into No Mercy when you use it. I mean, what was the point of making it a separate ability? I just want them to change Dark Knight. I really do. No, I've been through this over like 100 times. Leaving Shadow should be the level 90
Sonic
ability.
Break has the option of being removed from No Mercy to have it on its own keybind yet.
And Shadowbringer should be the level 80 ability. I don't know why this is level 90 and this is level 80. This makes no sense. Should have gotten this at the end of Shadowbringers, obviously. So what happened? What was this decision for? This made no sense. And not even to make it even more thoughtful. You get this to level 100. You get an extra ability out of Living Shadow. I think it should have just been a level 90 ability. I'm glad they kind of just changed Plunge into the Shadow Stride. doing plunge in the middle of your combo that you needed to do your damage with just didn't feel okay, because you had to use plunge for damage. So I'm glad they took that away. Now you still have it for warrior and paladin, so it's not perfect, even though paladin and warrior are the winners of this game right now. I think the biggest winner is probably warrior, and the second best I would say is paladin. But and even though, like, I would say, you know, Gunbreaker is third.
In my case, the main thing I have a problem with when it comes to Living Shadow is that it's linked to your LVL 100 ability, which makes the LVL 100 ability being a GCD feel weird.
The fact that it's a GCD is a weird thing. I don't like it that it's a GCD. There's a lot of things about the Dark Knight that doesn't make any sense. Like, TBN is an outdated ability now.
It RLY should be an OG.
So it's like, this should have been upgraded along the way, but it never upgraded. Like, it's still a level 70 skill with the same from 6 or 7 years ago. Still that same ability.
I would love to see them do something with Abyssal Drain, like decouple it from Carve and Spit and give it like a Regan effect, or a free usage on Oblation hits.
True. I would love that. Oblation doesn't make any sense though. Get it at level 82. Like, the ability's okay, Oblation's okay, but it's like, now they want you to couple that with the Blackest Night. They want you to press so many buttons for your mitigations. I think, other than Paladin, I think Dark Knight has,
Man,
like,
Blackest Night needs an update. I don't understand how PPL can still say it's the best CD in the game when the other tanks just gets a better version of it. Uneasy face. Especially
Gunbreaker, right? But like, it has all these mitigations, and they're expecting you to couple this with the Blackest Night and Oblation now, because that's what Oblation is OGCD mitigation at level 82 for some reason. When honestly, these two should be together. Oblation and the Blackest Night should be together with like some sort of maybe region effect. I don't know. And I do agree with you, Pasta, with the whole visual drain. Decouple it from Carve and Spit and give it its own region effect. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think. But they put it together because I guess they're afraid of people like finding loopholes or spamming it.
I understand that DRK main want to think the job is fine, but goddamn, Blackest Night just sucks now.
Blackest Night is not like horrendous. It's just bad. It's just bad now. Compared to other mitigations that every other tank has, it is bad compared to them, because one, you use your main resources.
It sucks to use compared to the other tanks.
Like, it's still tied to MP because they want you to. People think this is a good idea. Oh, have a mitigation when it breaks. Use your ability to, or you gain an extra attack. You don't actually gain an extra attack. You used an ability so that you can mitigate yourself, so that you have so you don't have to use MP to use that extra attack. Whereas if you didn't use the Blackest Night, you'll use the extra attack anyway. And because it's so awkward, right? Because it uses MP, you can never really like gauge when you have to save MP or when you can just expend it for damage. So like every Savage fight, I'm trying to like gauge when I can just use all of my MP to just burn or to save it, because I have to memorize every time I get like a tank buster or something big happens. So I would like to take that element out, not to like make it easier, but to just make it less cumbersome. Like I've done it for like every hard fight ever, because you gotta get your mitigations in there. You just got to, but at the same time, it's tied to your MP. Meanwhile, like,
would have been a more interesting point if you died. Didn't he just end up using that extra oak even without Blackest Night?
I mean, you know what's funny about all this? You can use your regular OGCDs without, and I'm talking about the mitigations, without using the Blackest Night. So your mitigations do just fine on their own. The Blackest Night is just an extra buffer. It's a barrier, really. And that barrier is supposed to give you like your ability to attack, but no, it takes away from your attack because you're using that mitigation for that extra attack that you could have just used before. So as an idea,
But honestly at this point I don't even know if the whole using mana for O gimmick should stay or not.
honestly, it should be decoupled. Like, using your mana for OGCD is fine, but it has to be justifiable. Be trying to send away my Zidane computer.
Think it should be replaced with something else.
It should have been upgraded. It should have been upgraded. It should decouple. Blackest Night should be decoupled from MP, and it should have been upgraded. To be honest, I'm not sure why they didn't do that. Oh, shoot. I mean, yay. Yay. Now. Oh, wait, there's nothing.
Yeah, Blackest Night still using mana is just weird at this point cause it doesn't really bring much to the job identity or difficulty wise.
Makes it more cumbersome. I don't know about difficulty, but it does make it more cumbersome to use. Like, you shouldn't really tie down like a lot of your mitigations to MP. So it's like that's the problem. The fact that it didn't get a single upgrade for like 2 years, and they're saying, well, you know, what about Oblation? And it's like, that's its own separate thing now. So, and they think that people were just going to throw Oblations on their teammates like that. But no, not really. That's not really going to happen. So you're using Oblation mostly for yourself. It's like when Paladin uses Clemency. Clemency is absolutely by itself. Oh, I think I'm gonna be here. Oh. Oh, messed that up.
Overall DRK is just stuck in the past while the other tanks kind of evolved with a new tanking direction that the game is taking.
Yes, absolutely. Warrior kind of found its identity back, so it's like now it's back to being that psychopath of a tank again. Oh, we got another Gunbreaker. That's kind of cool.
War used to be like the big HP pool tank with some sustain, now it's basically the sustain tank.
Yeah, well, okay. So Warrior was always the sustain tank. Oh, I forgot to use no. It's fine. Save it for later. It's whatever. It's not a very serious fight. I don't care. Warrior's always been like the sustain tank, like since the very beginning. That was always what it was. And then they tried to change it up to be in line with the other tanks, with having like, you know, mitigations and some shit like that. But like, after a while, I'm guessing they just figured that it should just go back to...
War had sustain back then, just that on top it was also known for having a lot of HP.
Is it gonna do it? Okay. Yeah, this guy has a lot of health. Oh, shoot. Bad. Feel bad, man. I died. I died on the easy boss. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I feel bad.
But yeah, overall DRK is meant to be a magic tank, but the game has been getting a lot more physical stuff, which makes the whole magic tank aspect kinda lackluster.
Well, the whole magic tank thing wasn't making sense in the first place. Because if you think about it, if you're going to give
And GNB also suffers from it since their AoE MIT is also magic only for some reasons.
yeah. However, it still has the better XCOG ability. Like, think about it, it has a better version of TBN in a way. I think the single solitary problem that we have here, I'm trying to keep my abilities aligned here before I start using them all randomly.
Yeah, just saying that the whole being a magic tank aspect being weird also leaked onto GNB.
Yeah, that is weird. Uh-oh. Oh, I was about to say, should I be aware? Should I be careful of that? Yeah, magic tanks don't make sense. It doesn't make sense to have a magic tank if you're going to be using both magic and physical. And their thought process, their logic was probably, hey, we're going to use physical and magic at the same time in like every fight. But it's like,
Can only hope that they do a big update to DRK when they start focusing on job rework, since they said ATM they want to focus on reworking their fight designs.
I'm pretty sure Dark Knight's probably going to get a rework. It's the one that needs it the most. The one tank that needs it the most.
DRK deserves the rework the most ATM yet.
Yeah, because it's kind of lost in terms of identity. Although they've been trying for a very long time with ranged physical, and like, first of all, probably an unpopular opinion, but Bard, when they had the abilities to cast, they were okay. That's how you feel. When they had the casting abilities.
I'm getting tired of just UNGA Bunga cause war is the only tank I enjoy somewhat, since DRK is just not fun to play ATM for me.
Yeah, a lot of people say Warrior, you turn your brain off, but if you want, you keep your brain on. But what was I trying to say? I was trying to say that Bard, I would like to see if they could do something about.
Do you think DRK would benefit a bit from any OG designs? Like OG Dark Arts returning in a fashion, or giving DRK its old DPS stance back in a fashion?
Oh, well. Wait a second here. Okay, let me get into a good place here. Actually, OG designs, I think it should have another combo ability. I think there should be like a damage ability and an absorption ability, or you know, something that allows it to be able to leech life, like how a Dark Knight should. Like, it used to have something called Power Slash, right? And Power... Uh-oh.
MODRK just needs a new identity on 14 since the whole magic tank and using mana for spells is holding it back.
Well, using mana is detrimental on its own. Was I always talking? Yeah, I was. Like, I think Dark Knights should honestly experiment with using, like, health as a point of mitigation. Now, what do I mean by that? I think if learning from other MMOs and RPGs, you can use your health as a means. I don't know why I did that, but okay, I gotta remember to switch those buttons later on. I think a Dark Knight can use their health as a means of resource, and how to do that is putting like a shield. If they use their health to have like a deteriorating shield, that deteriorating shield only slowly goes down, but as long as they heal themselves, which is why I think they should have a second combo. That second combo will go in as a means of absorbing HP. Are we trying to kill this guy? Yes. Yes, we are. So that's what I think. Some of the OG abilities, like a stance, would mean that they would have to give all the other tanks a stance, because of, you know how Yoshi P be. He'd be like, nope, can't have one tank have an advantage over the other. And then I'd just be like, wait,
DRK
wait,
also
hold on.
definitely needs a reliable way of getting HP back since all the other tanks have one now.
Yeah, they're the worst at actually getting HP back, even though they're a Dark Knight, and Dark Knights usually stay out here. Wait, no. Middle.
I'm totally not on the stance dancing returning hopium, nudity lol.
No.
Dark Knight is known for using their HP to hit super hard in the older games.
Yeah, stance dancing was like more of a bother than it was an actual, like, oh, it's a technique. It's a technique, y'all. It's a technique. And it's like, what technique does it involve pressing a button to make sure that you're taking full advantage of your damage? So yeah, I don't really care if it comes back or not. If it does ever come back, oh. Come on. Come on.
The idea of stance dancing on paper is fine, but on 14 it basically just meant you have used stance on for the first few GCD and almost never turn it back on.
So stance dancing was just a workaround for tanks to do more damage, like because they didn't do a lot of damage when they were in tank stance. So because they didn't do a lot of damage in tank stance, okay. Because they didn't do a lot of damage in tank stance, it's just turning it off or go for Dark Knight specifically. For Dark Knight specifically,
yeah, it existed because
yeah.
we used to lose a chunk of our DMG when the stance was up.
Right. So like for Dark Knight specifically, they were kind of unique, where they literally had Dark Side, which it was always on. Like you never turned it off. Anybody who turned it off was an idiot. So like. So they were just like, how do we take that away? Because it seems to be cumbersome, and I'm just like, I don't... Whoa!
DRK would basically always have Dark Side on unless they messed up their mana management.
Absolutely. If they didn't have Dark Side on, they were an idiot. And you know what? I'm not sorry to say that.
I mean, that's just the truth.
And it's true. I mean, hey, I'm not going against that. It is the truth. I question, like, whether or not what they really wanted for Dark Knight was it to be a magic DPS tank. Like, it's better as an off tank than anything else. We all know this. Because they've been trying to give it like this weird damage thing. Not looking
But
at
yeah,
that.
back in SB we'd basically just have grit on for the first power / combo, then turn it off and hopefully never have to turn it back on.
For a lot of time, Dark Knights had like the high back in Heavensward, right? And in Shadow, yeah, in Stormblood they did that quite a bit. I've seen a lot of Dark Knights do that, but I never really, and there's really like all the reason to just turn it on and off because of the damage, right? But you continuously just kept turning it on anyway. Come on, not getting close, jeez. However, with them coming out with Gunbreaker, which has the better, it had the better XCOG ability after a while. Like, they were like, let's also give it to Gunbreaker. It's like, what? Yeah, let's give it a Gunbreaker. Blackest Night, sure. And they did. They gave a type ability called Harder Corundum.
But yeah, overall that's just why I'm saying that overall the idea of stance dancing can be fun just the way it was before. It was kinda just bloating your bar with abilities that you'd only RLY use early in the fight.
You have stuff like Harder You have stuff like Harder Corundum come in out of nowhere and totally blows TBN out the water. Then you're asking, like, what was the point of TBN if, like, you can't use it to take advantage of anything? Oh, I just took that in the face. That's okay.
Yeah, GNB basically just stepped all over TBN, LOL.
It's not even Gunbreaker took over or anything like that. Oh. Oh. I was about to rush right in there. Haha. I guess they don't have an aggro table?
It is kinda wild that they didn't give some sort of a regen on TBN, especially with the Rampart upgrade having a convalescence now.
Right, that's so
and
weird,
the other
isn't
tanks
it?
have low CD abilities that are just as strong as GNB, which makes TBN feel like it RLY shouldn't exist in its current iteration.
I.e. should not exist in its current iteration. Right. But yeah, isn't that weird? Give sort of regen to TBN, like they I'm guessing they're saying because
Yeah,
it's basically a
current iteration XD.
being a barrier, they're thinking like, oh, it doesn't need a regen. Heck, friggin' Dark Knight probably needs regen the most. Like, what? And it's probably the tank in the series that honestly you could say and justify that it could use its HP as a resource or needs regen the most. But like, you know, confusing, maybe I'm just not good at designing games or anything like that, because like, why would they listen to me? They're sitting here talking about, oh yeah, we want a magic tank, and then it's just like, well, Can you justify it being a magic tank? And throughout the 6 or 7
just
years,
having shields
nope.
is hella weird when you consider its identity in older FF games.
Having shields is fine. A Dark Knight should have shields. The problem is that it's not really playing off the nulls of being a Dark Knight in the Final Fantasy series because it's using magic instead of health. And okay, I'm just making sure there was nothing over there. Like, if you think about it, it's supposed to be hard hitting. It's supposed to be like very aggressive. And in some parts, I mean, it is very aggressive. It has a lot of mitigation though, like way too many sometimes, I think. I'm not going in there. Yeah, I'm staying in my chair right here. Ooh, people dying. You know, why is it that Gunbreaker gets to have
a hope that one day DRK will finally get the love it deserves and I'll finally be able to play it and have fun.
You don't have to. Well, I mean, thinking realistically, they said they want to rework some things. They've already upgraded the graphics to this game to a certain point. It does look a tinge better, yeah. Never really minded its graphics. But like at the same time, excuse me.
The game looked fine before the graphics update overall TBH.
There was some grayness, I will admit to that. There was like some grayness in the background for it. That is something I will admit.
It is nice to see the update.
Yeah, update's nice. Now, oh, there you are. Kind of creepy. This is so weird. Some people have never played Nier Automata, so it's just like... Oh. We're good? Are we good? I think we have a person who died. Yeah. Somebody didn't understand. Okay, it's not me. And people died.
TBH, my only complaint about the graphics update is that ATM the game is having some stability issues, but that should be fixed over time.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah. I egged it. I pretty much edged it. Oh, that's kind of funny. Whoa! Don't crush me. Whoa!
And well, I also have a bit of an issue with the lighting inside of houses, but that's a RLY small issue overall.
I got Vuln.
It's mainly a case of for some reason my character's skin tones becomes a lot more red when I'm inside of my house compared to the rest of the game.
Yeah, that might be a graphical thing. That might be a graphical thing. I didn't really mind the graphics of this game, but it did need an upgrade. I mean, how many times have we heard, oh, World of Warcraft has a very stylish
seems to be
thing.
something with the lighting overall. Not RLY a big problem since it's only inside of houses and I'm not there that often.
True. Big old tower. Very true. I mean, I don't really find the graphics that bad, but a lot of people actually voice their complaints about it. I can see where they're coming from with it. This place is freaking huge. Now that I think about it, like the overall design of this.
Yeah, the graphic did look dated before, so I understand the complaints.
Transition. Huh. I will say though, if we're gonna praise anything about this expansion, I can praise probably the fact that they decided not to hold us by the hand anymore. Actually be like, here's a challenge, and we're like, oh, sure you want that? And they're like, yeah, we're gonna give you a challenge. I can appreciate the harder aspect of this game.
And TBH, I understand those complaints a lot more than PPL complaining about a specific part of the female model when said part is covered like 99% of the time.
Oh. There we go. That's our guy right there. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I appreciate that they decided, hey, we're not gonna coddle you at this point. You should be able to know how to play the game, but like last night, oh man. Last night.
Like, yeah, I get it, they think it's flat, but the main thing is that having a slider for that like they are asking would mean having to go back and redo all the bottom pieces in the game to fit said sliders.
Are we talking about the bus size? Is that what you're talking? There been like complaints about that or something?
Nah, I'm talking about PPL complaining we don't have a slider for buds.
I've decided not to listen to a lot of the community when they talk about stuff. Because to be honest, they'd be talking about some real ridiculous stuff. They're the same type of people who
Yeah, I just zone out when that stuff
weird.
gets mentioned, lol.
they get weird. People get weird. I worry. I really worry that our community has just become a bunch of degenerates at some point. Maybe not all of them are degenerates. I'm not gonna say it. A lot of them are absolutely ridiculous.
It's just when I hear my friend complain that female butts are flat, I'm just like, do you understand how much work they would have to do considering the amount of bottom pieces the game has XD?
Oof. I still think our game community is kind of weird.
Yeah, it very much is.
Like they're like the most welcoming, but the reason why they're the most welcoming is because they want to pull people into their weirdness. Everybody's like, food if it fell off. Gotta wait for apparently Tifa Lockhart. How did you get that? Tifa's Lockhart. Oh, Tifa's Lockhart. Okay, because they can't put in Tifa Lockhart. Yeah, so people dance. That's fine. People do all types of things. Still not back. Can you wait till they're back, please? Just wait till they're back, dude. I don't know how long their cutscene is. Just wait. You can tell if they're in a cutscene. I swear, if he pulls it up again. Okay. I think one's out, the other one's out. Okay, cool. My sword. Okay. You got confused about that. It's a wheel. It's basically a wheel.
You can use channel points for audio alerts.
Oh, thank you.
Have fun.
Oh, I saw aggro for a second. Oh, I saw aggro. I'm mating now. Wait,
The second
I lost
phase
it.
of this fight will forever be stuck in my mind though, cause I genuinely had no idea which song they were gonna use for it.
Oh, my back. It itches. It itches. Ah! You know what? I'm turning it off. Ugh. My back was itching. I didn't want that in my life. Whoa! I still took it. Oh, God. I took it again. Thanks, game. Wait, no. Thanks, body. Oh, I'm not aligning my, Okay, I have to align that. That Reaper wanted to come for the ride. He's like, take me too. I messed up the thing again. Whoa, almost let myself get hit there. Thus it starts. The unskippable cutscene. Oh, here's the song.
I genuinely did not expect them to use my favorite song from Nier for the fight.
Kaine? Oh, there's a building down there.
Kaine's theme is so good.
She's like a tragic character, but like not a tragic character. Well, I just got hit. Ugh. I tried to zoom, but zoom was not my destiny. My destiny was to get hit. Yeah, something in life is trying to get me killed. Get out of there, come on, yeah.
That song is one of the few times where I did not care about the price of the song for my house, lol.
Hope they understood I wasn't moving. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Are they gonna fall? They fall? Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm gonna just stay out of it. Ew. I can't hit it if you keep moving. What the heck did it? Okay, let's just realign this. Oh, heavy arms. Oh, that's why it's not aligning. Yeah, that is a weird thing. Made continuation 25 seconds, and then they made blasting zone 30 seconds. Ay. Let's even attention. Oh man, kinda don't feel like getting back up. Oh, cool.
Wait, the bullet combo is 25s?
Continuation is 25 seconds from what I saw, but it's probably different. That's a lot. Yeah, that. I don't have that. I don't have that. I have
If that's
that.
the case, that explains why my stuff never lines up.
I don't know. I don't know. Oh, that's a headband. Get that. Let's see. So, probably gets upgraded. This one. That one. I gotta check. That was a little long though. Okay, no, the duration's 30. Sorry, no. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Nope, I saw that. 29 seconds. Nope, never mind. It was 30 seconds. I saw it. It's 30 seconds. Never mind. It is quite literally 30 seconds.
I NVM then not the reason why my bullets don't line up lol.
No, you're not the reason. Alright, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Right back. Waiting. I will make you suffer. That's right. You will go up. And you will suffer with me. Well, I'm not suffering. I'm going to the bathroom, so ha 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 ha. What? I don't even know what that was. Level 100. Level 100. Level 100. Level 100. Level 100. Anyway. I think with that being said, though, I want to see what the news is all about with dang it. I lost the page.
Taylor Swift played that name.
Okay. So for whatever reason, Dr. Disrespect came back. And all the top streamers are just basically slamming him. Yeah. That's gonna be it. Let's see how anymore.
Didn't dude did a thing with a minor though.
So in his words, he whispered some messages between this minor. Apparently it's like not the best of things, like something that you would keep between friends is what he's trying to equivalate this to. And the person was like 16 or 17, and I'm not sure, like 16 or 7, like that person was technically, yes, a minor. 16 or 17 doesn't problem is that Dr. Disrespect is like some old dude talking to this fan of his, like they're inappropriately buddies.
He's saying the whole thing was a misunderstanding, but TBH, I've learned that the guy's word can't be trusted, so I just don't bother with that whole thing anymore.
I don't know. Actually, don't know, and I don't care. Comes back or not is not my prerogative. To be honest, if you like the dude, you like the dude. Making a fuss about the guy, and he didn't go out to try to get the girl a cupcake, or try to get a cupcake that was a girl or anything like that. That is horrendous right there. That's more messed up. You know, I mean, everybody thinks that Dr. Disrespect basically like chopped off somebody's limb or something.
Yet if he comes back, so be it. IRL, couldn't care less, cause I never liked him, nor have I trusted anything he said before, LOL.
I never had like a hate thing against him. In fact, there was some respect on his name, honestly, even though his name was Dr. Respect, right? Like, he had controversies with his wife, or who he cheated on, right? Like, he confessed to his entire community. Did it. Decided to go and break to mend that relationship. So I can respect him for that. Sexting is what everybody's telling everybody that's going on. But I think he just had someone who 16 or 17. Okay? And an inappropriate as in like, you know, maybe they're talking about, you know, big butts or
yeah,
something
overall, just
racist
never
or something.
RLY found him enjoyable to watch. That's kinda it.
He has a novelty to his craft. That'll. But I never really watched him like that. But you have a whole bunch of streamers going after him. And I'm kind of tired of it already. Like, we don't even have 100% of the story, and they're just all like, oh, you know, you should be going off to Weinstein's Island. That's where you're coming from, and da 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 da. And I'm like, hey, why even talk about the guy? If you don't like him, don't talk about him. Not gonna watch his stuff, don't watch his stuff. He didn't do anything, like, to put it plain, he didn't do anything illegal. So that's what I'm trying to say. He didn't do anything illegal, though I lost respect on him. It's not
TBH,
like I
at
can
this
say
point,
he
the
should
whole
be in...
content creator drama is just kinda getting old, cause it happens all the time.
The fact that some of the people that's been getting hit with the too, it's the saddest thing in the world. I think the biggest hit was probably hard. I used to watch The Completionist all the time. Too. You know what sucks is that I started beef at Inner Circle. Like, out of nowhere, I started befriending them. Like, met up at like a convention, meet up with a whole bunch of people who are Nintendo YouTubers, right? And then like I got to really know who they were. And like and they used to be real close. Said Gerard is an... It's like, damn. Like, these are your friends, man. Oh my god.
Oh.
Like, and I'm not gonna say who it was who said that. I'm just gonna say, like, damn, weren't you like on Gerard's side for like a no? And like that really got me.
Now what's going on?
Oh no, we're talking about YouTubers getting into drama. Dr. Disrespect
and well, it's
came
also
back.
a case of it's hard to RLY know what is and isn't true when all the drama is going on, cause a lot of PPL like to randomly come out and accuse the PPL of stuff just to later be revealed they were talking out of their ass, LOL.
Those are the scary ones that are just like, why would they like close out their Twitter account and they disappear from the internet? Oh, and like all because they wanted to do something. Some of it's for clout, some of it is like actually real. It's hard to tell. Because the internet apparently is like, you're guilty before you're proven innocent, right? Guilty automatically. When you have to defend yourself and everybody wants them to
some people
pull
really
something out
trying
like
to
real
milk that
fast.
specific drama. I stopped watching channels that did that.
Yeah, the one drama moment that comes to mind when it comes to PPL coming out and making stuff up is the whole PROJARD incident.
That was that's probably the hardest one, and probably the smartest I've been during all that, because I never accused ProJared, even though, yeah, sure.
At least Chugakenroy came back. He's doing a future connected LP right now.
His is tragic. But Jarrett, like, yeah, he didn't put his thing out there on the internet. Somebody
and
else
those channels
did.
went downhill after that, like Review Tech USA.
I don't know what's going on with Review Tech USA, to be honest. Like, he was attacked. He was also dogpiling on all these people, but I don't know what happened with. I think it's because he keeps getting into drama that he never just made it to 1 million subscribers. Then he just stagnated. Just never went back up.
In my case, when the whole PROJARD thing went on, I saw all the claims but never saw any proof, so I basically just assumed a stance of I'll believe it if proof eventually comes out.
He just went down really bad.
Then said proof never showed up, and then Jared just debunked all of it later, lol.
It's not that they didn't. It's just the proof isn't viable against ProJared. Because ProJared came out with like a 40-minute self, and he had all of the receipts. He compared his proof to theirs, and basically was like that meme, just like the Fairly Odd Parents. I think it is. It probably is. I'm moving back and forth, but like in the Fairly Odd Parents, there's a meme where they were showing like proof of how Cosmo is a good person, and Wanda and Wandissimo kept going back and forth saying, "Roll the rest of the clip." Roll the rest of the clip to show proof that Cosmo can do dumb things, but he's also a good person. He was like, see? And
yeah,
then
Jared came out with all the receipts after a while, and I was glad that I didn't jump to conclusion for that whole debacle.
ProJared came out with all the receipts, but the thing is that there's one thing that's gonna stick, and that's the fact that he's basically, part of his personality is that of degeneracy, Cosmo is just goofy rad dad. Like,
Cosmo is just that goofy rad dad NGL.
Because
don't forget Chugakenroy also doing the same thing.
Well, Chugakenroy, his is purely innocence. Like, he was an awkward dude. I think he's almost at like the spectrum level. I don't know. That shouldn't really matter. The guy is just awkward when it came to, and he opened up real quick for people he felt comfortable with. And other people were just malicious. Like, nowadays people are just malicious because they have a lot of insecurities within themselves, not really trying to find who they are within themselves, and they just go ahead and lash out.
In my case, it's kind of whatever, since in my case I'm someone that doesn't TRLY judge PPL a lot.
Everybody judges people. That's gonna be the truth. Everybody judges people. It's a matter of like, what are you judging? What are you looking at? For me, I look at people's personalities, and I treat people how I want them to treat me. Treat thy neighbor, how Christians go about all that, and it doesn't have to be a Christian, just be a good thing. Other human thing is desire, or taking advantage, or the wants and needs of yourself. And a lot of people nowadays are very much addicted to online internet, social media. So clout is the newest addiction, or attention is the newest addiction. Trying to be relevant is the newest addiction, It's like, For the case of Pro Jared, I still like the dude, but he's now a degenerate. Like, he's forever going to be called a degenerate, even though he's innocent when it came to other people. He still had that sight. He still did those things, right? Now, for me, I don't care. He could be a degenerate. I play with a bunch of degenerates pretty much every freaking day, called Final Fantasy XIV. Pro Jared also said he wanted to see Wook Lamont fall in love with the main character, and that's silly. I'm sorry, that's silly. I fully disagree on that one. But Pro Jared, he's now more or less a lonely old guy.
TBF,
Honestly.
in my case I am also a degenerate to an extent, so yeah.
Who plays 14 is a degenerate in some case, but it's like, what kind of degenerate are you?
True.
You're kind of degenerate, the fetishizing kind of degenerate, or hardcore kind of degenerate? I lean towards the hardcore because I'm very competitive. I just feel sad for a lot of these people. I don't know about Dr. Disrespect. Dr. Disrespect, I don't know if he earned what he...
I'm just an idiot, really.
You can figure things out. If you can get past Lighthouse, you're not so much of an... Still can't get past Lighthouse. That is a shame. I just hope that this whole Dr. Disrespect thing doesn't really...
And well, for some PPL they would say I'm a degenerate beyond saving cause I'm part of the furry community, lol.
That worries. Because I know being a furry is like a lifestyle for these people. And
I had Lighthouse today and I didn't get any mechanics wrong.
for you, buddy. Furry community, I used to be like, you know,
Furries are based as hell, though internet gave them a bad rep.
furries are based as hell. That's an opinion that you are having. I don't really too much care about the furry.
Yeah, in my case it's mainly just enjoying anthro characters.
Right, like if enjoying them in an anime or cartoon is one thing and a video game is one thing, whatever, but trying to be an anthropomorphic animal, that's where I'm just like, all right, well, I don't need to be that kind of thing. Like, I don't have any friends that I think is a furry.
But I had some cool furries, that too.
Oh, I don't know. I've never...
Enjoying anthro characters are based.
Enjoying characters are based? You're saying that's based? Again, that's an opinion that you're having. I don't have that opinion. You can be whatever you want within your own privacy. Just do not try to spread that around and cause havoc. So I'm going to say that furry people usually keep to themselves. They go to a convention, they walk around in an animal suit, it's
yeah,
whatever.
TBH, even in the community itself there is different part that do not like being mixed with some other parts, lol.
Right, taking that to a convention, to a party, to a get-together, to a social gathering, that's fine. But then you go to school with that, you walk around in public with that, people are gonna start talking. Like, you don't go to work in a furry outfit. And there's like...
I mean, it kind of is. I just don't like more human characters compared to games that let you be human or another race. Humans are boring.
Well, I mean, I can understand that. Everywhere. That's why I chose to be the guy. Well, demon guy with horns and a tail. I like horns and tails, but that doesn't mean I'm like a scaly or anything like that. I'm not gonna walk around being a scaly or anything. But I think the bigger problem is that there are a lot more furries out there.
Yeah, there is some limits to what I would consider tolerable when it comes to that stuff.
I don't mind you going to like a social gathering with it, but like you start trying to implement that into your life where you're going to school, maybe you're at home around your parents all the time with the furry outfit. So maybe you're going to the mall with that, or maybe you're don't try to go to work, try to enforce it. Right, there's weird people out there that are just like, this is my personality and you should respect it. And meanwhile, that person who just tried to hire you is saying, get out of my office. Like, what makes you think people to delve into your desire with you? kind of the problem is what's going on around here, especially in the United States. People are trying to spread their desire as a means of normalcy.
In my case, I'm fine with it if it's limited to stuff that is specifically tied to it, but when it starts leaking in your daily life, it's kinda iffy.
Well, yeah, like I said, there's people today's day and age who are trying to leak their desires into their everyday normal life, and they're trying to spread it around as though it is normal. So you got people like, for instance, there was a whole school, and I forget, I think it's like a year ago, maybe half a year ago. There's a school where they just allowed kids to come in with their quote-unquote fursonas, where they're just walking around in their furry outfits, acting like animals. Some of them were biting kids, acting like actual animals. And the problem, what's going on here, is that these kids are trying to, I think, this is a hypothesis, not that I know. I think these kids are really trying to escape something, trying to run away from something, trying to pretend to be something, or they're trying to be something not because it's boring. Maybe, maybe they're sheltered, or maybe it's just that they have like social issues or something like that. Maybe they want to be accepted into something. I don't know. But when you start doing that, it starts becoming like a bit of an issue for the people around you.
Back. Yeah, it was just a madhouse at that point.
Right. I mean, it's still going on, right? This is still going on. It's not that it's ever stopped. It's still going. And I think the problem with it still going on, it's probably because nobody wants to deal with it.
Yeah, stuff like that is rough, cause while I don't want to judge PPL, that is kinda taking it past the line.
Taking it past the line is like the understatement of it all. Like, really, well, don't try to be a cat or a dog and then bite kids because you're a cat or a dog, and out here saying, oh, it's you're a bigot if you don't allow it. And it's like, what what are you talking about?
Yeah, I just want to keep my wording tame is all.
That line is more than shattered at that point.
Okay, I guess I'm the main tank here.
Yeah, the line is so deep under at that point.
The line is absolutely destroyed at that point. And then I just feel sad, because it's like I'm either like worried for these kids, or I'm worried for the people around them. And in this case, it was a bunch of kids who were just trying to, live their life as kids. Yeah.
Overall, I don't judge PPL, but seeing that kind of stuff is definitely not something I'm comfortable with seeing.
Bend the knee. Boy by God, that line did not age well, I tell ya.
You mean bend the knee? Bend the knee. I don't know if there's like a context. I don't need to move. I'm not getting out of this chair. I'm not getting out of this chair.
Be worse.
I think at this, I mean, no, it's not the worst it could be, but like at this point, it is very cumbersome to try to work around these people. We have the actual community, the government,
More
and all that other
that's
stuff.
Mainly used by the woke mob now. Lol.
Oh, bend the knee. I guess so.
Oh, I meant the bend the knee quote could be worse, lol.
Hey! Hey!
Also true, the woke mob has been using that a lot lately.
Yeah, it's sad, really. But like, you know how we were talking about Concord the other day? Everybody was just like saying that, oh, it's DI this or it's woke something that. I'm sitting here saying like, no, Concord failed. Concord failed because it sucked as a game. Like, I think.
God, the whole woke thing reminds me of how absolutely stupid the current forums for Space Marine 2 is ATM.
Wait, is there a problem with space? You know what? I'm not gonna ask. I'm not gonna ask. It's probably something stupid and ridiculous. Probably something dumb,
No,
stupid,
sorry.
and...
The Concord devs shot themselves in the foot too many times now. It was clear from the get-go that they hated games.
It's some of the devs that hated games, not all of them. Don't do it. Don't do. Oh wait, hold on.
It's a lot of those woke mobs and bait threads about wanting female Space Marines, even though lore-wise only men's are allowed in that.
Well, it's on both sides. The unfortunate case is on both sides. So like, for instance, what I'm trying to say. Oh, can I get you, buddy?
On top of also wanting more LGBT stuff in the game.
Might have just triple weaved there by accident. There we go. Sorry, I had to pay attention real quick. It's not just the woke mob like that's having this kind of issue. It's the other side as well that are just like celebrating all this. Like, I didn't like
overall just the
like
usual.
how,
It's just the amount of posts about it is getting ridiculous, cause it's genuinely drowning conversation and valid criticism.
I didn't like how Concord came out. I wasn't going to play the game because
Just
of how it
hope
looked.
those devs know better,
you know?
and disregard those people. Because the ones complaining about that aren't even playing the game they're targeting.
There is the whole other side as well of oh, it's up there. There is also the case
the other
of
side also isn't any better.
other side are just like dancing on the grave of Concord. It's like saying, see the woke DEI stuff, we should all get rid. Like, I agree with their sentiment. It's just like the problem is that you're targeting the wrong thing when it comes to, at the very least, Concord. Concord wasn't anything of DEI or wokeness. It was just quite literally, it was a bad game. That's all that was. That's all that was. So like, and because of that happening, you know, it's just like, fun, I'm slime.
Not buying it.
In my case, when it comes to Concord, I just think that the failure is deserved for the PPL that were trashing their possible consumers, and definitely deserved for Sony with all the shit they have done lately.
Those are just some of the people. You know how it is. It's always like this, where it's like whether or not it's the like the devs that are doing this, or like, okay, the smaller devs probably have nothing to do with crap that, you know, people say like the senior devs or the leads. They're like most of the talent, and it's a shame that they're probably going to have to work on another project. Or I've heard that the group is going to be the group itself is going to.
It sucks for the devs that did nothing wrong and are being caught in the crossfire, and I hope they find another place easily if the company does go under.
I mean, that's always a hope. Hand of
If they stay
destruction.
quiet about those games, they most likely will.
I'm gonna be honest with you, the devs that can't talk, devs can't really
That's
talk
just
sometimes.
the unfortunate state of the industry lately, where a lot of PPL get caught in the fire even though they have nothing to do with it.
Like, we're talking about the devs here, right? We're still talking about the devs, right? Like, if we're talking about the devs that are separately working on the game, and there's like hundreds of them that was working, they're probably mostly innocent, to be honest. It's your own undoing.
BRB, though. Gotta make food.
Word of my brother.
Yet it's mainly a few outliers that happen to be working with that team that I think deserves the backlash. Just sucks that a bunch of innocent PPL are being caught in the fire.
Come,
Well, of course.
mortals, enter my realm, if you dare.
Absolutely does suck that it happens. Some try to find work elsewhere. Some of these people, shit, SOL, you know, can't really do anything. Stuck there. No, but you have some of the minority of people who are in leadership positions.
Since that's just how it is nowadays, since a lot of PPL see something bad and just instantly think the whole team is the same. Sometimes it's not even the devs' fault and they catch all the flack.
Yeah, sometimes it's just leadership. But yeah, no, I mean,
And the thing that sucks when it's leadership is that 9 times out of 10 they get away scot-free.
oh yeah, all the time. Bobby Kotick, guy flew away on a, like, what was it, like a dollar parachute? Guy walked away with money, even though he caused all these problems. Like, one of the problems
God,
that I
Bobby
see,
is a whole can of bean.
I think one of the problems that we definitely did have,
You will be scoured by the light of the sun.
that we certainly definitely did have with
He basically destroyed so much stuff and yet just gets to leave on his
Game
own terms
industry
after
nowadays.
making banks.
Yeah, I think about what's going on with the gaming industry nowadays is that a lot of people just, a lot of these CEOs and big tech company.
In fire woven.
Oh,
In your wake leave naught uncleansed.
there she goes. But a lot of these big companies making games, well, they lose the moniker of being a game company.
Another good example of a CEO being a bad look on the company is Randy Pitchford for Gearbox.
I'm not really sure about Randy. Like, I know he's said and done some dumb things. Can't really say that, like, his studio doesn't come up with some sort of success every
He's
now.
not
I mean,
on
like,
the LVL of Bobby though.
yeah, he's not on the level of Bobby.
Or something more.
Gearbox is a good studio, but Randy just gives a bad taste in a lot of PPL's mouth overall.
I'm trying to hear her when she says, "Oh." Yeah, there it is. I'm trying to look. I was trying to see when she was gonna do that. I didn't think she'd do a full 360 there.
And at the same time, a lot of PPL are shitting on Gearbox because they think the company is the same as Randy, which is just like I then.
Nah, I think Randy does. He does love his people in his company. Ah, we went the other way. Haha. Now you must follow me. They thought I was gonna go that way, but you were wrong.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he treats his PPL a lot better than Bobby probably was, lol.
Bobby was like, he's a corporate CEO of like an entire corporation. Randy is like the president of a little group. Comparison can't be put as equivalents there, unfortunately, because Randy probably doesn't know like half the people, if not 90% of the people's names, if not maybe 99% of the people. Doesn't even care. I'm gonna ignore the last one. Ever shall the fires burn. It's like sprint, sprint, sprint. This is actually a very short raid, isn't it? I don't need to hear the music. I've heard this music like, you know, a good 30 billion times.
Overall, Gearbox is just a good example of PPL shitting on a company just because the CEO has done some stuff that rubbed some PPL the wrong way.
Randy, uh-oh. I hate you. I don't like that guy. I don't like that guy. Whoever did that, I don't like him. I don't like him. Can't even wait for everybody to click on a button.
Though PPLRLY need to start to learn to separate the different part of a company, cause it's way too easy to blame the devs for stuff when a lot of the time it's the leadership that is at fault.
There's a lot that we need to learn. There's a lot. We have to learn how to control ourselves for the most part. Like, And this is probably
Yeah,
just...
there is indeed a lot that we need to learn.
If a lot of people come in defending... Oh god, what's that person? Coming in, like, I know Zenless Zone Zero and Genshin Impact and I think whatever tower is called, whatever. Everybody loves that shit, but like, come on. It's still a gacha game. It's like, oh, but it's more lenient and it's not as bad as... I don't care how bad it is. It's in there. You're putting, like, without a doubt, people who play free-to-play games spend a lot more money than like actually just paying for a game outright. Like, I know a lot of people were saying Concord needs to be free to play.
PPL need to stop justifying their gambling addiction when it comes to gacha.
People need to stop trying to justify their addiction, period. People need to realize that what they're investing a lot of their time and money in is a waste of time and money. This is a first world country kind of problem, because it's like, it's not like it's a problem anywhere else other than a first world country. Really wait till the Normoshi combo comes through.
Honestly, in my case, I hate that Genshin kinda made gacha games into a mainstream cause it blew up so hard and now everyone is trying to do the same thing. Uneasy face.
Genshin, that's just one, that's Genshin Impact. That's a burst.
We have only just begun.
And level up. No. No. Oh no.
Yeah, it's just I'm tired of seeing all the games that could potentially be interesting being turned into gacha just cause they think it's the big new money maker.
Well, Concord was just 8 years late. How do you take 8 years to make a game? Yeah, maybe they were trying to set up for like some gigantic
Yeah, Concord
franchise.
was very late to the party.
Why would you try to make an entire franchise out of something new? It's definitely going to succeed. You have no metric on how people are taking things in the current time. 8 years too late, and you coming out with this game? Years? No. 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 That's the problem with a lot of these big companies. They chase trends, don't make anything very much original. That's why you got a lot of dying games. That's why we had like a point where people just, losing their gosh darn minds. They're just like free game after free game after free game was just dying. But anyway, I think I'm gonna end it here. So I think I'm just gonna end it here and just call it a night. I think I have a good time. Probably get some Gunbreaker done in the background. I also have to text back my school.
Later, man.
All right, I'll see ya.